My first impressions, like how beautiful the country was and this, like the surrounding countryside. Man, we're like high up in the mountains, surrounded by some volcanoes. It's its own little paradise. Everything was green. The flowers are vibrant.
You just look out across the distance and you see mountains that are near, mountains that are far, and you're winding in the car, you're winding up and down these roads.
And just the environment in which it's seated is just breathtaking. God's beautiful earth. Really amazing to see.
This time I did what I normally do on most of these trips, and that was doing the intake. I'm usually the first point of contact when the people come to want to see the doctor.
So I think my primary role was as a nurse to help intake, and after getting a brief health physical, we would help triage.
I am a pediatrician, so definitely have a big heart for the kids that are coming through, but we'll see all ages as well.
We would take blood pressures, blood sugars. We would clean and dress some wounds. We would do some minor procedures.
So I take their name and their age and their complaints, whatever symptoms they're suffering from, and number on the back of their hand, and number on the sheet that corresponds that will follow them through their doctor's process.
So my role when I was in Guatemala was to document the experience of everything that was going on so that we can continue to help the local churches do what God has set on their hearts to do.
The work that God was already doing through the local churches, we helped open some doors with medical clinics and just a volume of people, but the local churches were really getting into taking God to their neighbors. People in their communities. We would deliver food bags to specific homes and specific people, and it was really just us coming alongside the local church and doing and helping the ministry that they were already doing, but literally meeting people and their neighbors where they are.
We got invited into someone's house, and it was a couple. It was a man and a woman and their son, who was probably not more than 3. And Pastor Luis shared the gospel message with them, and they just went to the floor, face first to the floor, and prayed. Watching
Families literally drop to their knees and in prayer, and then the group joining them. We have this very small token of food that will get you by for a few more days. But can we tell you about Jesus? Can we tell you about God? This bread of life that can fill you forever.
I mean, Tabitha is always really powerful. It's like every year, it's almost like more impactful each time.
As we drive through the city, we drive by the city dump that is overflowing. And there's families living in and around it, and hearing the stories of children not having a place to sleep, not having a safe place to be, living in the dirt, living in the garbage. They come to Tabitha Ministries, they get food, and they get an education.
But to just hear those children who have essentially nothing, singing about the goodness of God and how much God provides for them and that God is enough.
And then at the end, all of the kids just flooded into where we were seated, and they just started giving us hugs, and we were just like bawling and like happy, joyful, broken tears. The pharmacist, David, he just picked up this little girl. It's like a father would hold his daughter, and I saw Nick, he's a teacher that went with us, and I saw him grabbing kids and just holding them hard like they were somebody to him.
To see those kids receiving love and care and food each day, it warms my heart. It gives me a sense of joy to know that our church takes on that task each year of sustaining that vital ministry there in Guatemala City.